What if I told you that luck isn't really luck at all? That the breakthrough moments we attribute to chance, the life-changing encounters we call serendipity, are actually the result of careful design? This is the radical premise of David Cleaver's groundbreaking book, Serendipity. It doesn't happen by accident, and it's about to change how you think about opportunity forever. David Cleaver isn't just another business theorist. He's a British entrepreneur who has spent decades building companies, fostering innovation ecosystems, and creating the conditions for unexpected discoveries. From co-founding the biotech giant Abcam, which sold for $6 billion after starting with a single dinner conversation, to establishing the Cambridge Angels Investment Group, Cleaver has lived the principles he writes about. His book challenges one of our most fundamental assumptions about success and innovation. We've all been taught that serendipity is about being in the right place at the right time, that breakthrough moments are happy accidents beyond our control. Cleaver argues this is not only wrong, but dangerously limiting. He introduces the concept of engineered serendipity, the deliberate creation of environments, networks, and interactions that dramatically increase the likelihood of valuable, unexpected discoveries. Think about this for a moment. How many opportunities have you missed because you were waiting for luck to strike? How many innovations has your organization failed to achieve because it was designed for predictability rather than possibility? Cleaver's research suggests that the most successful innovation ecosystems from Silicon Valley to Cambridge to Shenzhen share a common characteristic. They shrink the distance between people and the resources, capabilities, and collaborators they need. This is what Cleaver calls the three-step rule. In thriving innovation communities, you can reach something useful within 3 steps through your network. It's not about who you know directly, but about the structural design that brings diverse minds together in shared spaces. The magic happens at the intersections. Let me share a story that illustrates this perfectly. Cleaver recounts a chance encounter on the Isle of Skye in Scotland. He was visiting the Talisker distillery when he unexpectedly met someone he knew from Cambridge. At first glance, this seems like pure coincidence. But when Cleaver analyzed the situation, he realized there were hidden structures at play. The ferry timetables, the limited accommodation options on the island, the single distillery that attracts visitors, all created what he calls a funnel that concentrated people in specific places at specific times. This insight is transformative for how we think about creating opportunity in our own lives. We can design our own funnels. We can intentionally place ourselves at intersection points where diverse people and ideas collide. We can engineer the conditions for our own serendipity. But here's where it gets really interesting for your daily life. Cleaver identifies specific actions you can take to increase your serendipity quotient. First, widen your funnel. Attend events outside your field. Linger at boundaries between disciplines. Change your routes and routines. Each variation increases the potential for unexpected encounters. Second, leave traces generously. Introduce people to each other. Share draft ideas. Ask genuine questions. Every interaction becomes breadcrumbs for future pathways. When Cleaver helped establish the Center for Science and Policy at Cambridge, he was deliberately designing a system to connect policymakers and researchers who wouldn't normally meet. This wasn't networking, it was trace laying on an institutional scale. Third, stay curiously courteous. When coincidences occur, don't just repeat them at dinner parties. Ask what hidden rails guided that encounter and how you might lay more of them. This mindset shift from passive recipient to active designer of serendipity is perhaps the book's most powerful takeaway. The implications extend far beyond individual success. Cleaver argues that many of our institutions, from corporate silos to government bureaucracies, are inadvertently designed to suppress serendipity. They optimize for predictable outcomes, but in doing so, they eliminate the surprise that drives breakthrough innovation. As one bureaucrat warned Cleaver, if you talk about serendipity here, people will think you don't know what you're talking about. This attitude guarantees that systems miss the good surprises along with the bad ones. Consider your own workplace. Is it designed to bring diverse minds together, or does it keep departments separate? Are there spaces for informal interaction, or is every minute scheduled? Do you have permission to explore adjacent possibilities, or are you rewarded only for hitting predetermined targets? These design choices matter more than we realize. Cleaver introduces another crucial concept, the edge of chaos. Innovation thrives in environments that are structured enough to capture new insights, but open enough to welcome novelty. It's the sweet spot between rigid order and complete randomness. Most organizations err too far toward control, squeezing out the very uncertainty that could lead to breakthrough discoveries. This has profound implications for how we structure our personal lives too. Are you so scheduled that there's no room for spontaneous encounters? Do you stick so closely to your expertise that you never venture into unfamiliar territory? Are you so focused on efficiency that you've eliminated the inefficient conversations that often spark the best ideas? The digital age presents new challenges for serendipity. Algorithms designed to give us what we want often trap us in filter bubbles, reducing our exposure to the unexpected. Social media platforms optimize for engagement with familiar content rather than novel encounters. The very tools designed to connect us might be limiting our serendipitous potential. But there's hope. Once you understand serendipity as a designable system rather than random luck, you can take concrete action. You can choose to follow different types of accounts on social media. You can attend conferences outside your field. You can take up hobbies that connect you with people from different backgrounds. You can redesign your physical spaces to encourage unexpected conversations. The most powerful insight from Cleaver's work is that serendipity loves preparation. As Louis Pasteur famously said, "Chance favors the prepared mind." But preparation isn't just about accumulating knowledge. It's about developing the sensitivity to recognize opportunity when it appears and the courage to act on it. This brings us to perhaps the most personal application of these ideas. How prepared is your mind for serendipity? Are you curious about things outside your immediate interests? Do you approach unexpected events with interest rather than irritation? When someone mentions something unfamiliar, do you ask questions or change the subject? Cleaver's own career exemplifies these principles in action. The dinner conversation that led to Abcam's founding wasn't really chance. It was the result of his extensive network and his prepared mind recognizing opportunity. His role in establishing multiple Cambridge institutions wasn't luck. It was the systematic application of serendipity engineering over decades. The book also reveals why some places become innovation hotbeds while others struggle despite having talent and resources. It's not just about concentration of smart people. It's about the design of interaction. Cambridge works because there are numerous formal and informal spaces where people from different disciplines naturally encounter each other. The college system, the punting, the pubs, even the narrow streets all contribute to a higher likelihood of unexpected connections. This understanding can transform how you think about choosing where to live, work, or study. Look for environments that naturally bring diverse people together. Seek out communities with what Cleaver calls weak ties, the loose connections between different groups that often prove more valuable than strong ties within your immediate circle. The implications for leadership are equally significant. If you're responsible for others, how are you designing their environment for serendipity? Are you creating opportunities for cross-functional collaboration? Are you allowing time for exploration alongside execution? Are you modeling the curious, open mindset that makes serendipity possible? Perhaps most importantly, Cleaver's work suggests that in an age of increasing complexity and technological acceleration, the ability to harness the unexpected becomes our most strategic skill. While others are trying to predict and control every variable, those who can engineer serendipity will find opportunities that others miss. This isn't about abandoning planning or embracing chaos. It's about recognizing that the most valuable discoveries often come from the intersection of preparation and openness, of intention and receptivity. It's about designing systems that can capture lightning when it strikes, rather than just hoping it never will. As you reflect on these ideas, consider this. What would change if you stopped waiting for your lucky break and started engineering your own serendipity? What if you approached your career, your relationships, and your daily routines as opportunities to design better conditions for unexpected discovery? What if the next breakthrough in your life isn't a matter of chance, but of choice? David Cleaver's Serendipity, It Doesn't Happen by Accident, offers us a fundamentally different way of engaging with uncertainty. Instead of seeing unpredictability as a threat to be managed, we can embrace it as a resource to be cultivated. Instead of leaving opportunity to chance, we can engineer the conditions for our own fortunate discoveries. The question isn't whether serendipity will happen to you. The question is whether you're ready to make it happen for yourself and others. In a world that increasingly rewards those who can navigate complexity and uncertainty, the ability to engineer serendipity isn't just an advantage, it's essential. The future belongs to those who can design their own luck and help others do the same.